this new century that we've just entered.
New century.
It's been forever.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. We didn't have phantom power on the mic. I know none of you know what that means. The mic wasn't powered. Okay. All right. Well,
It's been a second.
been a second,
Maybe
been a minute,
two.
been a year, been a
Yeah.
couple decades. We're both married now.
Yep.
We have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Dog house.
Doghouse. we rent this apartment strictly
Not
for
a
the
dog.
podcast.
Yeah, not a dog nor a house. A dog house.
A dog
We
house.
both own a dog house.
Which is what we're both constantly in.
Yeah, we're in the dog house.
Stinky's in the sink right now. I can
You
hear
know,
him.
man. Fellas. Stinky, get out of there, you fuck.
I'll go get him.
All right.
Continue. Entertain the people.
Yeah, doghouse. You know, fellas. The ladies always sending us to the doghouse, and we're trying to just be in the man cave. Watch the game. The ladies are just sending us to the doghouse, so we're rebranding this podcast to the doghouse. I'm just kidding. This is not a frat house here. We're not doing that. We're art students. Are we rolling? Okay.
It's just when the screen is flipped the other way, it doesn't show the button. So that's weird. But yeah, we're rolling.
All right, he's back. Stinky was in the sink. Stinky, come here. You
Stinky was in the sink. Chaotic opening to
Yeah, very chaotic.
a long hiatus from both of us.
Last time you saw us, last time you will be seeing us
It's today.
today.
For us. Today for us.
Today for us.
Some other day for you.
Probably 2034 for you guys.
Yeah.
This is the Drunk and Driven podcast, of course. You guys all know it is.
Unless Noel and Cody
Literally steal our
over,
idea. Yeah, I was watching YouTube shorts today, and this fucking short came up from this like tiny podcast, TMG, Tiny Meat Gang, Cody Co.
It's a really small and
insignificant.
No one knows about it.
No one
It's
really
pretty
knows about it.
underground
Yeah,
right
but
now.
they literally stole our idea. They were like, "Dude, what if we like started drinking and like drove around and like it was called like the Drunk and Drive podcast?" I was like, "Okay,
yeah.
okay."
Stealing
Ever heard
our
of
brand.
Drunk and Driven? I know they saw one of our shorts and were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's a really good idea."
I know.
So I think
100%.
what basically is going to happen is they're going to fly us out to LA. So next episode, we're going to be driving sort of like what's that Tonight Show host?
Fucking James Corden and,
that fucking
carpool
piece of
karaoke.
shit. Yeah. I fucking hate that guy so much, dude.
I do not like that man.
He's such a bitch.
Yeah, he's got a bad rap too.
Not even like not even being like misogynistic, dude. Like
No, he's just a bitch.
He's just a bitch.
He's just a bitch.
I don't like that guy.
Yeah. No, he's a bitch.
I don't know if it's the way he talks or just I don't know. He's so obnoxious.
No, he's got a bad rap
You
for
know?
being an asshole too.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. I hate that guy. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
The only Tonight Show host I like is Conan.
Oh yeah, and Conan's
the only
retired
one.
now.
And Conan's left because
Yep.
he's like, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not doing Tonight Show
Yeah.
anymore.
I
Even,
used
like-
to hate Conan though.
Really?
When I was a kid. and,
Why?
For no reason, just because I
Oh,
hated
okay.
the way he looked. He was like tall, lanky, and orange hair, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
I
but-
hated his ads.
Yeah.
he had ads on TV when I would
TBS.
watch.
Yeah.
And I would watch TBS or whatever, and I'd be like, yo, fuck this guy.
That's
his
so
ads
funny.
are on all the time. He looks stupid.
It's so funny because his main shtick is that he looks like a fucking idiot.
Right? Yeah.
That's his whole thing. He's
and
like,
then
he's
then
like
I
fucking.
I started watching Conan, and I was like,
I love
all
Conan.
right,
dude.
this guy's.
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's
All
like
of
the
the other
only
Tonight
like
shows,
genuine
I
one,
know.
and he like makes fun of himself for being like
Yeah.
an asshole who like
Yeah.
it bosses people around.
Yeah,
Being a,
yeah. He
host.
has this bit where he like goes to this. Fuck, what's his name? I can't remember the guy's name, but he has this worker that's some producer for his show or something, and he goes to his like office,
Yeah,
and the guy's kind of like weird, but I think it's a character.
yeah,
But he always like goes into his like place and like makes fun of him and shit. Like
Yeah.
walks into his office and like flips shit upside down and stuff. He has this whole bit, and the guy's like kind of a weirdo. He's like vegan, like crazy,
course.
like into weird shit. Like he's like late to work every day, and so one day he like goes into his office. He's like, "Why are you late?" And he's like, "Well, I had my morning yoga routine that I had this morning at 6 a.m. And then I went and had my vegan all green smoothie. And then after that, I had a time for reflection." And the whole time Conan's just like laughing at him. It's so funny. I think it's a character
yeah,
because there's a couple times where he like starts
course.
laughing because he
Yeah,
like
yeah.
breaks character. But
yeah.
it's so funny. Jordan Schlansky. That's his name. Jordan Schlansky.
Let me look him up.
Conan and Jordan Schlansky. Those bits are literally so funny. I remember watching, like binge watching those on on YouTube because they're just hilarious.
I don't think we've ever
Jordan
seen that.
Slansky, it's so fun.
Oh,
He's
this guy,
got so
yeah,
many of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, this guy looks like a dope.
He's like literally he's such a dork.
That's
and
funny.
Conan like makes fun of him all the time.
Yeah, I've
the
seen
weird
some of
shit that he
the.
does.
I saw, I think it was like a TikTok or something of Conan, and he like went into Sonia's office or Sona. I don't remember her name. It's like her.
It's
It's
one
like
of
his
his
assistant.
yeah.
It's one of his
I
assistants.
think I've seen that.
And she's got like a missing cup, and then he like
Yeah.
interviews everyone
Yeah.
about like her
Where
missing
they're
mug.
missing- I think I've seen that.
And they all talk about like drinking at work because they'll have like hidden liquor in their desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I think Jordan is in that
Oh, really?
episode. Yeah, he
funny.
goes to Jordan's office,
That's funny.
and the guy's like, he's like not at work or something. He's like, oh, what a surprise!
That's
It's late.
funny.
He's not in work.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah.
what have we been up to?
It's been a minute.
Because last
We
time
haven't even seen each other that much, honestly.
Yeah, I know,
We
'cause
haven't spent.
been so
like,
busy.
We haven't been doing any extracurriculars or anything.
any extracurriculars between bros.
It's been rough.
It's been rough, dude.
It's been rough without you.
been missing you, dude. I've just
Yeah.
been fucking missing you all the time.
Yeah, dude. I'm like that Wolverine meme where he's like crying in bed with the picture.
What?
You know that one?
No,
Hold
I don't
on,
know
let
what
me
that
pull it
is.
up. Let me pour another drink and pull it.
Pull it up, dude. Pull it up. God, we've already got to pull up like 3 things in editing.
Well,
Fuck.
I've got a Mac now, so I can
Oh, you
edit.
can do it quick.
I can
Let's
do
go.
it quick now.
Well, I do it on my PC, my desktop. So I have like crazy. I have 32 gigs of RAM. I'm talking nerd shit, dude. Okay, I got 32, bro. What's up with that?
But my old computer had 8. It had 8
8?
gigabytes. Yes.
Wow.
And I was
that's
trying to
so
run
bad.
Premiere on 8 gigabytes of RAM.
That's so bad. Your CPU is for sure better than mine though, and your motherboard
Yeah.
and your fucking.
I know. Mr. Gehring is all about the
fucking
Mac.
Gehring, dude.
computers.
Will Gehring.
And
Will Gehring, if you're
I-
watching this, fuck you. Fucking
Will, if you're watching this,
Apple loving Will, you piece of
I
shit.
love you. I love you,
Fucking
William.
bastard.
Okay. This is the meme. You know this one?
No, I've never seen that.
Really? So it's like it's like Wolverine crying in bed, and he's like holding a picture frame, and then you just
Yeah.
like insert the meme in there. But that's like
Oh,
me.
that's such a good.
That's like me, but I'm holding your
Okay,
picture
yeah.
because I'm like.
Do you have any? You don't have any pictures of me
I have pictures of you
up right now
Not
at your
of you.
desk.
at my desk.
Yeah, you have pictures. You just have a picture of me.
Yeah, I just have
at my
pictures. I just have printed out pictures of you, just like sitting around.
in your room.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's not fucking weird at all.
Yeah. No, it's not weird. It's not
fucking
weird.
weirdo.
No, it's not weird. It's not weird.
Fucking weirdo. So yeah, this is what is this? Episode 8? 9.
8 or 9.
9
It's-
after this one.
It's 8 or 9, depending on how
if
this
we
corrupted
release
file goes.
Yeah, correct.
Um.
Yeah, I know
It's a
all of
great-
you have been waiting so much for this Justin episode, part 2,
Yeah.
because we literally hyped it up so much, and there's such a cliffhanger at the end. But
yeah, it kind of just like ended, didn't it?
yeah, it did.
I haven't watched it in a minute, but I think it
but
just ends.
it honestly, I don't know when it's gonna come out because the fucking project file is corrupted apparently, and
I'm in the middle of switching computers, so the project file got corrupted.
oh yeah, you got to go from Windows to Apple and
yeah,
shit.
so like I'm working through that, and it corrupted the project file, and so anytime I reopen it, it's a mess. We don't have to go into it. But
Yeah,
it's a mess.
Just
It's a
mess
whole
shit,
mess.
man, mess shit.
But most recently we came out with this episode with Eric and Moody,
Yeah,
my roommate Nathan Moody,
that's a wild episode.
and that was definitely the one we were most fucked up for.
Yeah, anyone
For
who's
sure.
related to me, please do not watch
Yeah,
that
I
episode.
really hope my mom
Please
doesn't watch
yeah,
it.
do
or,
not
like,
watch
anyone,
that episode, please.
Anyone, my grandma, my dad, maybe my dad could watch it and get a kick out of it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. My
I don't know.
mom
I don't know if
definitely
my
not.
dad would.
It's
My
it's
dad-
pretty vulgar. The whole
Yeah.
thing was like sex oriented. I don't know why.
It was, yeah.
It
Well,
was
we were all
like-
drunk beyond belief.
We were all
so,
very drunk. Yeah, we were talking about
Yeah.
dick size. We talked about
Yep,
who
yep,
had the
yep.
biggest butt.
Yeah.
We had like some Elmo impressions, some
Mhm.
Obama impressions.
Barack Obama, Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, and that was after an hour of lost content.
Of lost content. So that was like
So-
hour 3 of being shit faced.
Yeah,
All of us, all dressed up as Team Super
Yeah.
fucking characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
That was such a fun episode.
It
though.
was
That
a really.
so
It
good.
was really fun to shoot.
When did we shoot that? Was
that
that New Year's?
That was spring break, so it was March of this year.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Eric came down to.
Because Justin
Eric
was.
came down to Atlanta.
It was Christmas. That's a Christmas episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we
Fuck.
posted that in February, and we're like, "This is the Christmas episode."
Christmas
just like 2
episode.
months after Christmas.
And then part 2 we've yet to release.
yeah, but that was also shot on Christmas
Mm-hmm.
or like around Christmas. And then
We
we
need to
have-
hire some editors, bro. We need
Straight
to
up.
get we need to get big, dude.
We need to get big and just hire.
We need to get big,
and, that way
and we
can
need
just
to
come in and people can record us, and then we don't even have to worry about it. You don't even have to use sound on it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
But until then, we're doing everything. And
we do everything,
doing it really slowly,
and it's kind of charming that way because it's like homegrown. It's like you
Homegrown.
buy like a chair from a wood maker, and
Yeah.
it's handmade.
Yeah.
It's not from IKEA, dude.
Right,
it's not
right,
from
right.
those fucking robots.
But it will be
AI,
it'll be like
dude.
6 months late. That's
AI.
the only thing.
Oh yeah, I guess it'll be 6 months later.
Yeah.
We could have AI fucking write everything.
Right.
We could have AI
We can have
edit
AI
everything.
edit the podcast now.
Dude, because that's the whole
But I
big
don't
thing
wanna
now
do
is
that.
the writer's strike, bro.
Yeah. Dude, the writer's
Writer's
strike has
strike
been
with
fucking up
AI
at
and
work.
shit. Bro, I'm personally, dude, I side with the fucking studio executives making billions of dollars a year.
Really?
No.
No. I was like, that's the first person I've ever heard.
Really?
Really? You don't want the writers to get paid? Why?
Really? Because they're just fucking entitled Hollywood pieces of shit.
And they're kind of sick.
Who don't have a real job. It's so funny to look at Twitter and like look at all the people that are like the people that are for. I was just watching a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's got this video. He was like, it's so funny to look at Twitter and be like, look at all these people in support of like not in support of the strike, and they're like, it's just a bunch of like fucking blue collar workers that are like hate Hollywood, and they think that writers are like these elite people, but it's just like some dude in his pajamas. They don't get paid anything.
The writers are not that,
dude. What
intense.
Writers are the ones that
They're
are
like the
serving
dudes.
you coffee at barista.
Yeah.
Like they're baristas also, and so it's so funny to see that like on Twitter where they're like, fucking good. Writers are getting a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Hollywood elite is getting not paid enough. It's like, bro, they make $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Relax yourself.
Barely. If they sell a script, they make $20,000.
If they sell a script.
And then they don't make any royalties on
that
any
depends on
streaming.
who they know and if they want to buy the script.
Fucked. It's so fucked.
It's absolutely
and then they're like, hey, can you guys maybe not use AI to like replace our jobs for like a creative? And they're like, nah, we can't promise that. It's like I fucking hate those motherfuckers. The studio execs. Fuck all of you.
Fuck the
if
studio
any
execs.
if any of you know anyone that is a studio exec that is not in support of the writer's strike, I hope you honestly get hit by a fucking truck and you die and you splatter on the fucking pavement and you die a horrible death.
Yeah.
How about that, dude? How about that, dude?
How about that?
The fucking the Grammys, man.
Yeah. What
The
about
Grammys just released a rule saying that no AI songs or anything AI could win a Grammy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So how the fuck is Hollywood still behind?
Dude, I don't know. It's all fucked. Hollywood and LA is all. It's like that whole fucking state should just like leave the U.S.
California?
It should break off and just float away.
Dude, that's
and I
what
love my.
It's funny because they want that.
Yeah, I know.
They want that. So
I
please.
love my brother, and I love my brother's fiance who live in LA, and my brother's fiance's family who lives in LA or California.
But everyone else
besides that,
my grandmother lives in San Diego,
and
so
Trevor's grandma who lives in
my
San
grandma
Diego.
who lives in San Diego.
If we could save those guys and then just send everyone else off into the abyss,
so fun.
I'd be sick. I'm like, I'm sick of these LA elitists fucking thinking that they're this shit.
Come to LA, dude, or
Whipping their
Atlanta.
dick around.
Atlanta's way better.
Yeah.
Atlanta's way fucking better.
That's
I would move to New York.
That's exactly
bro.
why people. So since I've graduated, this has been a thing. Everyone asks me if I'm moving to LA.
No,
and I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not moving to LA.
Fuck you.
I'm not like trying to be a pompous ass
especially
bitch.
because you're in production.
Right. There's no reason
Everything
for me to move
is
to LA.
shooting in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
And now moving to New Mexico. Only Disney though. Like, because like
New Mexico is much
Netflix,
better than fucking LA. I'd rather go
for
anywhere
sure.
than LA. Like, I know that Jersey's production has gone up. I know New Mexico's production has gone up.
Yeah.
And Atlanta is still going up.
Dude, because
So,
it's
like,
just, they're
I'd
just
rather be in
chasing
any of those three
They're
places.
just chasing the cheapest place to do it.
Yeah.
I would even live in New York, honestly.
I would live in New York. For
I think
a
that'd be
small bit.
sick.
I wouldn't want to stay there though because
Forever.
I've spent a lot of time in New York.
I've never been to New York. I've never lived.
You've never been to New York ever?
Nope. So
it's
I
not
think
a place to stay. I'll tell
not?
you right now. If you stayed there for more than 5 years, you'd be miserable.
Really?
You'd be like highly depressed. Yeah.
I've been thinking I would definitely move to New York before I would move to LA though. Sure.
Same for sure.
Not LA. Like if I had a job opportunity that was like, holy fuck, I'm working on features.
Yeah. Well, a lot of post sound is in LA.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
98% of it.
Yeah.
So, but a good thing. A little insider info, apparently.
Yeah. Give me some insider info.
Company 3, the post-production, the biggest post-production house on the East Coast right now.
It's in Atlanta, right? Is it in Atlanta?
Yeah. It started in Atlanta.
Okay.
But they, of course, they have a place in LA now, and they have a place in New York.
Of course.
But they recently missed out, I think, on a huge Netflix deal.
Oh, really?
For sound, because they don't have, because Netflix mixes everything in Dolby Atmos, which is just like, you technically need bare fucking minimum 7.2.1 or
like speakers, like 7.
Yeah, it's 7.1.2. Yeah, so 7 speakers
explain.
total.
Yeah.
Okay, so but you want to mix on 9.1.2
for
Dolby Atmos.
Okay.
Which in a speaker, the amount of speakers in like
me thinking about my phone, like we did 2.
We did 2.
We did 2.
Not even 1. Not even 2.1. We did 2.
Yeah.
2.0. But I'm thinking about making a 5.1 mix in my apartment because like, bro, I could charge so much.
Yeah.
For 5.1 mix.
You should.
Because no one
does it. Not even SCAD doesn't have 5.1. SCAD Savannah has it, right?
They have Dolby Atmos. Yeah. Savannah. Because
But Atlanta
everyone
doesn't.
ships everything to Savannah.
You should.
But every single fucking every single film festival nowadays requires like 5.1.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
So
and it's a lot easier to correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know a lot, but I know that I'm pretty sure it's a lot easier to do 5.1 first and then move 5.1 to a 2.1.
Yeah. It's easier to mix down than to go up because if you start from a 2.1, you have to then add everything to a 5.1. But there's programs you can run a 5.1 mix through and it'll mix it down to stereo. It like literally click a button and it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
Stereo, you'd have to take it and then now actually mix.
Yeah.
You'd have to mix every single thing.
Right.
But for stereo, and also like they don't teach that in Atlanta. For SCAD. So like,
I mean, they don't teach a lot of sound stuff. I mean,
sucks.
they're kind of just like
they're
with,
just now opening up.
Professor Peoples, like I feel like he opened a lot of doors for sound.
Oh yeah, dude. I fucking
but
love
before
that
him,
guy.
like sound was unknown in
For real.
in
It's
Atlanta.
weird though. It's so weird because it's half the movie.
Yeah, it's half
Like
the
we were
movie.
just
And
talking
no
about-
one acknowledges it.
We were
Even on
just talking
set.
about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man had to apparently, according to you, re-release.
Let me pull up the article.
Re-release the movie because the sound was so bad mixed, and like everyone noticed, and it's like 50% of the movie, and like no one is like, hey, maybe we should get good sound. Like, again, I'm not gonna name any names, but
No, name some names.
the showcase that we had for your capstone, which we'll have to get into, but like, all of that. 3 of the movies had good sound. One of them had good sound design, bad mix.
Yeah.
All the other ones were terrible sound design.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I feel fine about saying that because none of them hired a sound designer.
No.
They were all bad. There were a couple that were like fine, like good.
Yeah. It's because sound. You should turn that lamp on. Sound is always an afterthought.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I don't want that on.
No.
I'm trying to look.
What do you think?
Not turn it off.
Too dark?
Sorry. It's just like it's just creating a blown out spot behind you. So you're just like silhouetted.
Okay.
I'll have to check and see if it looks okay in a second. But before I get there, what was I saying?
No one thinks about sound.
No one thinks about sound. No, okay. No one thinks about sound because there were some films who just like even on set they like didn't give a shit about sound.
Oh yeah, dude.
And like I
even
made
when
sure
I'm on set, bro.
Yeah, when I did my capstone, I made sure to check in with you as much as possible
dude, I know.
because I was like,
and I really
if it doesn't
appreciate
sound good, like we're fucked. We're fucked.
No, I really appreciate that. You were literally the only because we had the maintenance guy there.
The maintenance guy?
Yeah, to like turn off the AC and all the shit.
Yeah,
I was like
yeah,
walking
yeah.
around with him. Like,
Yeah.
you were literally the only director that I've ever had come up to me and be like, and without me, I mean, you know, part of it is because you know me and I like fucking cry about it all the time. But you're the only to this day director that has come to me and be like, hey, like, you know, thinking about sound in the pre-production phase, thinking about sound in the production phase. Staying with the project in terms of sound in the post-production phase. So many directors will like go into it and be like, oh, like I don't want. They'll get through production and they're like, oh, I can relax. But it's like no, like you need to keep going and you need to care about sound. the craziest thing to me is like, whenever I have this I'm doing my capstone next fall. I already know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
To a T.
Of course.
Every single scene.
You would know.
Every single scene I know what it sounds like. But
yeah.
But I feel like so many directors just get so caught up in the visual, they don't even think about music.
They
don't
even think about half of the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
dude,
it's so important. It's so important.
Yeah.
And I remember
it takes you out.
When I started doing Tub, I talked to you immediately about when I had the vision of like the beginning, the opening where it's like ticking and it's like it's like a song without a song.
Yeah.
Right? I talked to you immediately about that because I wanted you to be my sound designer. Of course. And then it was just like, okay, well, I don't want to make this boring because right now, when I looked at my script and I asked you to sound design, I was like, okay, it's boring. Like, there's nothing for him to do. He's going to go in and just like clean up some stuff and then send it off. And I wanted to make it more interesting. And I think that, like, talking to you about that, and that was all in pre-production because I was thinking about sound the whole time because I know you so well.
And it shows.
I was like, I knew you well enough to be like, okay, if I don't think about sound now, Trevor's gonna be pissed, and I don't want Trevor to be pissed off. So like, how do I make Trevor not pissed off? Start thinking about sound.
Dude, I cannot fucking relay to you how much time. I don't think you understand like how much time that saved, bro. I got you a first pass in a week.
It was literally
days.
It was days.
Days.
Straight up.
Because guess what? I didn't have
I was
to ADR.
so surprised.
I didn't have to ADR anything. Anything.
Dude, oh my god, it was so funny. After our ADR session where we were
hold on. Your mic's fucking out. Push it in more. You're good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
After our ADR session, which like we didn't really need, we got maybe like
four
lines and like some.
It was like breathing. Yeah.
I talked to people. I was like, oh, I just had my ADR session. They were like, oh, how much did you need to do? And I was like, oh, we started like half an hour ago. We're done. And they were like,
done.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no, we got like really good sound on set. Like Trevor was telling me that it was just like kind of something that we could do if we wanted to.
Yeah,
we didn't
literally,
need to.
it was.
And I did after you sent me the pass after the ADR. I was like. The one line that I know was replaced, but I didn't notice that it was replaced when I watched it the first time. I was like, okay, but we did fix this.
Yeah.
And then everything else was just like the breathing from Bryce.
Yeah.
From Bryce at the end, I noticed, and I thought it was hilarious. It was great. It was such a good addition.
And then when he's like, huh.
Yeah.
After he says like preferably female, he's like,
yeah. Dude, my mom laughed at that.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, because she heard the huh and she was like,
yeah, nice.
It was good.
And then when Martinez was like,
yeah. I noticed
like,
both of those. Yeah, they were both really good additions. But
shit
like,
that you didn't need,
right?
But
it made it funnier.
Yes,
like it was
easily.
worth bringing them all in
because we didn't have to fucking replace everything.
Yeah,
because of like out of necessity. All of that was like. It's good, but I can make it better if I ADR it. I can make it better. I can sure. I can match it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
and it made it so much better. Like it was just little tweaks that made that like
things.
really polished it up.
So
and,
tiny that
other projects that played weren't as polished.
Not as polished. Not even close.
Yeah.
Like but that's the thing. Like you think about that shit: pre-production, production, and post. Like that shit's gonna show.
Yeah,
dude. Because you came to me early. I shit you not, you saved me 40 hours of work.
Really?
I'm not kidding. 40 hours of work.
Because
I only had to like dialogue for selects were so easy. It was like, oh, that mic's the best. Oh, that mic's the best. Oh, that's the best. Oh, that's the best. Don't need ADR. I went through the whole thing. None of it was like, oh, that needs to be ADR. None of it.
Yeah.
Because I went through noise reduced everything, made everything like EQ'd it, equalized everything. So, boost frequencies were to make it sound prettier.
Sure.
But none of it was like, I can't understand what he's saying.
Right.
And especially with music and shit added and atmospheres added, like there's so much shit that you don't really like realize needs to be there.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because like Professor Peoples, Ryan, I fucking love that guy. But he asked me if he could use Tub as an example.
Yeah.
For his like future classes, because of like show the AAF, like show the project with nothing done, just audio, and then show what it sounds like after.
Yeah.
Because it's completely fucking different. It's totally different.
Yeah.
Because you, like, especially as directors and stuff, when you're not noticing, like, you don't notice the, like, fine details in sound. Like, you don't think about, I need to be able to fit in like an air conditioning noise in the background for this to make it. But like that's what I do as like a job is like I fill the space. So all I need is clean audio, and then
you build
I make it noisy.
Yeah,
noise is bad on set, but then because I want the control in post to how much noise I can add.
Yeah.
So if I want to add a refrigerator in the background because you're in a kitchen, I'll add a refrigerator. If I want to add a fan,
if you have a refrigerator going on set,
I have no control.
Baked in.
Yeah,
there's not you. It's way harder to take that out and then replace it with a fake refrigerator
impossible.
where you have the control.
It's borderline impossible. I mean, especially like super loud noise.
Yeah,
it's called a signal to noise ratio, where your signal is your dialogue and your like your input of your character, and your noise is like the shit you don't want. So. You know, anything from birds to fucking any noise is just anything you don't want in your is like anything you don't want in your sample.
Yeah.
And it's unless it's like a hum, consistent broadband frequency thing or like it's so hard. You cannot ever take it out completely. Yeah. You can only ever take it out a little bit and then mask it with other shit. But with our stuff, we turned off. We had the maintenance guy there. We turned off all the fucking AC shit. Yeah. Those clips, bro, before I noise reduced it, were silent. Really? I didn't noise reduce a lot of those clips.
That's awesome.
A lot of that was just straight up the room.
And that maintenance guy was there for a while, like trying to, because we kept walking around with him because literally he came in and he was like, I'm supposed to like turn off the AC. And we're like, yes, come on in. And then we walked him around for like a good 35 minutes. And we're like, well, this is still making noise. And then I was like, Trevor, are you good with this? And you were like, no, turn it off. Yeah. So then he had to go and fucking find it. He was on the roof at one point, like, trying to turn shit off. It was hilarious.
Hey, shout out to that guy.
But yeah, no, that guy was very
He literally saved the movie.
Yeah, he literally
he
did.
saved sound.
It was great. But literally it was silent in there. It was hot in there, but it was silent. And it was fine because we could just open the doors and it like was.
That's another thing. People have the producer bring fucking box fans.
Yeah.
Turn them on. Well,
I brought a fan with me.
Yeah,
because I was like, I know it's gonna get hot because I know the AC is gonna be turned off. Yeah, for Trevor. So
turn it on, dude.
Yeah.
When you're not doing a take, turn on an AC. Turn it off when you go for a take. It's so much easier than turning off the AC because AC takes a while to shut down.
Right.
For the fan to stop.
And it's
just
usually. It's loud. You never notice it because you're so used to it being on that you just like
your brain tones it out. But once you get into post, you're like, oh fuck.
You're like, well, I wish we turned that AC off.
Especially with high sensitivity mics. Yeah. Especially if you have your headphones off, like I don't even blame most people for being like, oh fuck, there's a AC noise going on. Yeah. But if I have my like super directional boom mic and like with the fucking headphones on, bro, like I can't. I hear fucking everything. I hear the rat fucking scurrying in the bathroom. Like I hear everything. Yeah. So it's really easy for me to point out like, oh, and I can like turn the mic around and be like, oh, it's coming from that way because it's directional. Right. So it's like, oh, there's a vent going on. It's fucking AC noise right there. But most people don't think about it. A lot of times they just don't realize. Like, now I send a checklist to people.
They're not taught to hear stuff like that. Like no
one's taught
like
to do
when that. When I took my classes, like we were never taught to like, okay, make sure you listen for like things before you get in there to like turn off. Yeah. Like I learned all of that from you because I listened to you like be pissed off about all these sets that you worked on where it had shitty sound. And I was like, well, one thing I don't want is like shitty sound because
dude, it was literally the best sound that I've ever worked with.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I could make a movie for a small budget, but if I go out of my way to make sure sound is good, it's going to seem like a bigger budget just because so many short films don't do that.
Seriously, it seems like a fucking huge budget movie because of it. Because it sounds good, it looks fucking good. Yeah. Like, I was even talking to fucking Nate. Fuck, what's his last name? DP.
Shira?
DP?
Yeah, Nate Shira.
He was like, dude, I DP'd that, but like the sound made it look better.
Yeah.
I was like,
straight up.
Literally. Yeah. Like it's crazy. No one thinks about it though.
No.
Like it's pretty nuts how that fucking works.
Honestly, disrespectful.
Fucking respectful, man. No one cares about it. Literally, no one cares about it. I mean, literally even like sound. It's just something that's kind of slept on that no one
straight up
thinks about. Yeah. I mean, just this fucking year we got the sound award.
Yeah.
For the short films at SCAD, like in Atlanta. Like that's crazy to me. It's 50% of the movie. Mm-hmm. I'm not like it's nuts. So many people have come up to me and been like I was all like literally so many people came up to me and were like I was so like so many people said like that, oh, if your sound sucks, it'll suck. Like the movie will be bad. Mm. And so many people were like, oh, I've always been the person that's like, yeah, if the sound sucks, it's fine. But like, I would prefer good visuals over good sound.
Yeah.
But every single one of them were like, after watching the like ones that me and Elmo worked on, Glory.
Yeah.
They were like, I can't even imagine. Like, it doesn't matter how good it fucking looks. If it sounds like shit, it sucks.
Yeah.
You can get over bad visuals.
Yeah.
You can be like, that was a bad shot.
Right.
Move on. Next shot.
Because if the next shot is beautiful,
next shot's good.
If one shot's bad, and the next shot is like absolutely stunning, you forget.
If the sound sucks
but
the whole way.
If it sounds terrible the whole time, then it's just distracting. It takes you out of it the whole movie.
Exactly. Watch a feature film. Watch a fucking Hollywood $300 billion fucking $1 million movie. And watch it with shitty sound. You'll be like, I cannot fucking watch this for more than 10 minutes.
Right. It's terrible.
Watch a movie on 380, 360p with good. I can watch it.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't care. I'll watch it on 360p.
You get the gist. That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to fucking see how crazy it is.
I'm in the camera department, so like I'm all about how things look. And I agree. Like I can watch something in a lower quality and it'll bother me, but if I'm immersed in a story, the sound is way more important to me than the visuals. And like I can take my time to be like, wow, it was a really beautiful shot. I really
me too.
That.
Me too.
It meant so much. But if it sounds inconsistent or shitty, then it like bothers the hell out of me. It's so annoying. Or if I can't hear it, like my old computer that I used to have, I would watch it on it all the time. And anytime I'd play something, I would have the volume all the way up, and you could still never hear it because the speakers were too shitty.
My speakers on my laptop are terrible. They're
terrible, and that's what I really like about this computer.
What
I like about this computer is the speakers are on top where they fucking should be, so I can hear them.
Bro, they're
my
so
speakers
loud.
were under my computer.
That's so annoying.
Like I would put my computer down, you wouldn't be able to hear anything. Anytime I tried to play something for someone, I would have to lift my computer up off the ground. So like,
the Mac
what's really nice about this is they're really so loud, they're really good, and they're on top where they should be. So that is something I do like.
I agree.
As much as I hate Macs.
I fucking hate Mac.
I fucking hate Macs.
Their CPUs are crazy. They're nice. They're good computers. I just don't like how like culty it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't like. Yeah, I mean, I don't like
having
Apple products.
I
have them. So
I have an iPhone, so I can't complain too much. I would lie if I said they weren't leaders in fucking technology. I mean, they clearly are, but it's just so annoying how they invent a fucking problem, sell a solution. That's their whole business.
That's my biggest beef with them is like
annoying.
The fucking like the Seaport shit that they have on here now is like they don't have any USBs.
No USB.
And they're just like, well, you have to buy the converter.
Yeah.
And it's like,
fuck you.
Just put a fucking USB port on there, you fucking asshole.
Fuck you.
It's not that hard.
Fucking Steve Jobs, fucking piece of shit. I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah.
You know?
Fucking bitch.
Glad that guy's dead. Glad that guy fucking died. Fucking hate that guy. So yeah. Anyways, that's the fucking beef with sound department versus camera.
We really got in there, didn't we? That was
we like never talk about film on this podcast, but I mean, I feel like we have to because you just finished your fucking last school year at SCAD, bro. It's gonna win so many.
I would love for it to get into some good stuff,
dude. Fucking hilarious short story, not a fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah,
hilarious. Mm-hmm. Fucking bomb ass fucking visuals. Like it looks good.
Yeah.
Best fucking sound out of all of them that has ever come out of SCAD.
Right.
The three that are the most important.
Yeah.
Amazing acting. Like Bryce Martinez and Jeff were fucking amazing. Yeah. Like they fucking sold it.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
All three of those guys. That'd be sick.
We can get them on, I'm sure.
All three of those guys are just fucking awesome, dude.
Okay, let's talk about Tub Set because I don't think we've talked about that yet.
No, we haven't talked about any film.
We haven't talked about any Tub. We haven't talked about film
shit at all, really. I mean, barely.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Barely.
But it has been a while. I feel like mostly all the film stuff that's been going on has happened over the past 6 months. Like before this,
it really has. But when we started the podcast, I definitely didn't want it to be like a fucking film bro douchey like fucking podcast stuff. Like we're both in it. I feel like people know that because we've said it a few times, but we're still so like small indie based shit that I don't feel like comfortable honestly being like, this is what you should be doing. Like, I'm still fucking in school, like learning shit. Even if I think that our stuff is peak in our circle compared to like I can't compare my sound shit to any of the shit that shows in theaters, except for Spider-Man. I could have done fucking better than that.
Yeah.
But
so to go back to the Spider-Man article for a second, an updated version of Across the Spider-Verse has been released with better audio. A new version of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has swung into cinemas with a tweaked sound mix to help it fix reported audio issues. All prints of Spider-Verse sequel has been updated, even through it purportedly affected only a handful of theaters. But that's not true, because I've heard from almost everyone who's seen it that they thought it sounded like shit.
It's the
like people
mix
who
is
know
bad.
nothing about sound.
Yeah.
Were like, yeah, I watched the movie. It sounded terrible.
Yeah.
And like that's how you know it's bad.
Yeah, when
You know
people
what I'm
that don't know, that don't do sound are like, what the fuck
Yeah.
was
Like
that?
it's one thing if you come to me and you're like, that
Yeah.
sounded like shit because da 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 da.
Yeah.
And it's just another
Because it
thing
wasn't
if
fucking
someone-
1 decibel louder.
Yeah, right. It's another thing of fucking everyone I
If
know that
everyone-
watched the
yeah.
movie is like, it
Yeah.
sounded terrible.
Terrible.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I agree.
So that's crazy. Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but
haven't talked
production
much
and
about
pre-production about Tub, dude.
Yeah. So Tub production was kind of nuts. We worked with 3 really great actors. Martinez, who, I don't know. Martinez is a character.
He's fucking goofy.
Did I tell
dude.
you about
He's so goofy.
how Moody met Martinez?
No.
So
He's,
this is
he's
actually
so
really funny.
he's so like eccentric.
Yeah, he's
awesome.
eccentric,
though.
but
I
like,
love that guy.
amazing.
Yeah, he's
great.
so good. He's so
Um,
good.
Martinez. So I was going through the casting process in like January, trying to cast my 3 roles.
I remember watching the shit for the dad.
Yeah.
I remember watching the
Yeah.
dad stuff, but I don't remember seeing Martinez.
So Martinez was in there.
Oh,
and he was one of the competitors.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 2 guys that it came down to, and one of them was Martinez, and another one, I don't remember his name.
Uh-huh.
But I thought he was goofy. He had really buggy eyes.
Yeah.
He was crazy looking.
Uh-huh.
But Martinez was just like generally more like, he was more intense and funnier at the same time. So I was like, I think Brooks was the one that told me, he was like, you got to hire this guy. Because I was on the fence about him. I was like, they're both kind of good. Then we watched him again, and Brooks was like, dude, this is your man. Like, hire this guy.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I trust you, and like I really like this guy to begin with. So like, let's go with Martinez. So I reached out to him and I was like, yo, you got it. Like, we'll talk more in the coming weeks. Moody at the time was working on a movie called Red One, which was filming in Atlanta in like January or so, which is the time I was going through casting. And so Moody comes home, and he has Tuesdays off from work. So Tuesday comes, and we go out to a bar called Moe's and Joe's in the city.
Yeah.
And we sit down, and he starts telling me this story about his day yesterday from work.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I was working yesterday, and like this guy, he only went by one name. It was crazy. Like he had a first name on the call sheet, but he asked for his first name to be taken off and to just go by this one name. It was really weird. It was just Martinez.
Wait, he was on a project with Moody
Yes.
before? What?
So he said that, and I was like, no fucking way.
What?
And I was like, I just hired someone who just goes by Martinez. So I like pulled up his profile, and I was like, is this the guy? And Moody was like, yes.
What?
This guy was on set today with us. Yeah. So Martinez worked on Red One. He like played a pilot or something in the movie.
Yeah.
And he was in second unit.
Yeah.
So he reported to second unit, like work with Moody for the day.
Yeah.
And like he talked to Moody. And then
What?
Yeah. And then I
that's
hired
crazy.
him. And then in February,
Because wasn't he on like The Walking Dead too?
he was on The Walking Dead too, which was like my favorite TV show growing up. So it was
Yeah.
like it was a weird full circle.
Dude, we
moment
have
for
that,
me.
bro. We have that in
Yeah.
previous episodes. We
Yeah.
have that picture of you in your Daryl outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so fucking weird. Like it's such a weird full circle thing.
That is wild.
Because like now living in Atlanta, everyone says that everyone's worked on Stranger Things and The Walking Dead. Those are like the 2 shows that like everyone who's in film has worked on.
Yeah.
But I was obsessed with The Walking Dead as a kid, and I remember the character that Martinez played. He played a character called Rapey Dave.
Oh, really?
And he was like part of like this Negan's like army, and he like went into like Sasha's cell while I don't know, whatever.
That's so weird.
It was
I don't
weird,
remember
but
seeing him.
I
but-
remember him.
Really?
I do.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but like
That's
if
great.
I would never have connected those dots if I didn't see it in his portfolio. you know?
Yeah.
I would never been like, oh, that's Rapey Dave
Yeah,
from
yeah,
The
yeah.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really weird to see that Moody had worked with him like the previous week. So then he showed up to rehearsal the day before we started shooting when I had my rehearsal day and met Moody again.
Yeah.
And I was calling him Moody. So Martinez never put together that it was the same guy. He kept looking at Moody and was like, I know you from somewhere. And
That's
Moody
so
was
funny.
like, yeah, they call me Nate on set. We worked on Red 1 together. And he was like, oh my God, that's crazy.
That's so funny.
So it was like a crazy coincidence.
Dude,
full
I didn't
circle
know
moment.
that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I didn't know Moody met Martinez before we worked with him on Tub.
Straight up, Moody was the first one to meet Martinez out of everyone.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm trying to find this picture of this woman that is our first potential cast for Bree.
Okay.
This lady. I've got her on Backstage right now.
Nice.
But Stella sent me
Let me see.
that's it right now. This is our one person.
This is Bree.
First no. First person we've found.
To play who?
Bree.
To play Bree. Yeah.
Yeah. But not
Dude, why have I
set.
seen this lady before?
Really?
No, not for Tub.
We're
I mean, I had the grandma, but she didn't apply for the grandma. Personally trained actor, Birmingham, Alabama.
If there was someone that I could
Maybe I haven't seen her
describe
before.
my character, it would be Kate Blanchett from Tar
Yeah.
and Laurel Yinney from Ozark, the Wendy from Ozark.
I've never seen Ozark.
Ozark is so good, bro. Fuck,
What's her name?
So good. Laurel Yinney. She's a really good actress. Phenomenal. Very talented. She's awesome. I loved her on Ozark. She's so cool. I need to watch some more of her movies because she's like just fucking amazing. She so good for Ozark. Like plays the fucking character so well. It just blows my mind. Laura Linney. Sorry, not Laura Yinney.
You're good. I typed in Laura Yinney and it came up with Yanny or Laurel and not like the meme.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Yanny.
This looks just like her.
I know, right? Yeah.
This is like the same person.
I know. Dude, Stella is fucking crazy. She goes crazy. She like has
She's SAG after. You'd have to get her to sign that.
I know, close. Like August, I've been told. Or like
What?
September.
What?
Her.
What?
To like get her to sign onto the project like earlier.
Yeah, you'd have to get her to sign a thing, like taking her SAG after away, so you can sign her for a short film. So otherwise, you have to pay her a SAG rate.
What would that be? Like $1 million?
I did it for Martinez.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you just send her like it's your producer can find it. I'm sure it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But
My
it
producer's
just like
fucking
waives
awesome.
the right for SAG after, so they can work in a short film without getting paid a SAG rate.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
But
not of like.
It's not a big deal.
$12K a fucking.
No. It's not. It's not that. It's not that crazy.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the first fucking.
Nice.
First one.
Credits
For Bree.
Homicide.
A couple TV shows, I think.
Yeah. Cool. A lot of Showtime.
Yeah.
Discovery, CBS. Cool. I mean, she looks exactly how I'd picture your Bree.
Yeah. Right. I'm.
The audition tape was good.
I didn't send her anything yet.
Okay.
Right now, all my producers been doing, because I go into pre-production in the fall.
Yeah, but dude, if you get this shit done,
I know.
you're gonna have a breeze.
I know. That's what I'm trying to do now.
pre-production.
That's why I have an entire fucking pre-production packet due for I have an entire script. I'm co-writing it with Luke Resser.
Are you?
Yeah, Luke he's already been like we've been working together for like 4 months on it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
He's actively doing another pass right now. Like
really?
He's writing another. We're already on like draft 3.
Nice.
He's helping me write that because me and him have very similar sort of comedy styles.
Yeah.
I think like we're both very like sort of dry in the sense of dry humor in the sense of the characters don't know that it's funny.
Yeah.
They kind of just are like, just like in it, but they don't know it's funny.
Right. I mean, that's the best way to do comedy.
Yeah.
Is comedy where like the actor has to believe that it's real.
That's a big thing with my script right now is like there's no jokes, but it's definitely Triangle of Sadness, Ruben Austin, sort of, kind of like The Square, and I don't know if you've seen The Square or The Triangle of Sadness. It's very like satire, like hard satire, dark comedy satire. She's this crazy lady, but like nothing really. It's funny when you watch it. It's supposed to be funny. Where you're like, this is so absurd. Like this lady is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's so funny though, because like I working at this dog walking company, and so many of the people that I work, like clients that we have,
are Brie.
Yeah, the houses that they live in, bro.
I can bet
concrete fucking cubes. Yeah, I'm like, this. I need to get in contact with it, which might be great.
You should make connections.
Because I talked to my boss and I was like, can I like ask these people like if I can film here? And they were like, well, I guess, but just like, be cool about it.
Be cool
about it. Like, be respectful.
No, actually, I was going to be a douche about it.
I was going to be a complete fucking asshole about it, actually.
I was going to be a dick about it.
Now that you bring it up, I actually wanted to be an asshole.
Yeah.
No, but some of these houses, dude, I was like cat sitting for a couple of these fucking cats.
Yeah.
And this house was like, I was like, wow, this is it. Like,
there's houses in Atlanta that remind me so much of what you're looking for.
Yeah. I need to keep. I want to find something in Atlanta. I don't want to go. I don't want to fly.
I mean, like going to LA would be cool. It'd be much more expensive though.
It'd be so cool, but it would be so fucking.
It's not. I don't think it's in the time period that you want.
No, if I go somewhere, it would be like Miami.
Right.
It'd be Miami or.
Yeah. And I don't know if you'll find that house type in Miami. I mean,
I don't know. There's
Miami
a couple. There's a couple's things that she's found that are like, ooh, that'd be cool, but nothing that I'm like, nothing that we like have to go. You know what I mean?
It'll save you so much more money. If you
money and like I want people that I know to be able to be free to be able to go to fucking Miami.
I mean, look, if you're shooting in Miami or LA, like if you want me on your set, I will go to wherever.
Well,
you want me to go.
Of course I want you on my set.
But it'll be so much easier for you to do it.
So much easier. I really want to stay in Atlanta. That's my big thing.
Yeah.
She's just kind of looking everywhere right now. But
I mean, that's
I need to I need to set up a meeting with her about fucking producing.
Yeah.
I've had a nice month off of work shit, but now I got to get back into stuff.
I mean, that's good though. If you can take the time off to take a break from it, like that'll honestly do you better in the end.
I know, yeah. And like a month off is really all I need. Like summer is too long.
Summer is too long.
It's like 4 months, bro. I give me something to do.
Summer has started for the life for me because I'm out of school. So I have nothing left.
Yeah, right.
But I always thought that summer was a little too long.
Too long. I need a month, bro, and I'm back in it.
At the end, I need like a month and a half at least.
Which is why I'm doing fucking summer school, because I'm like, I only need a fucking month. Like, just give me a month to get off, and then summer school ends in like August, and then I have first 2 weeks of September, and I'm like, I feel fine.
There'll still be another month.
Yeah, so but I'm so like opposite art student. I'm very like, when's my next project? Like, I just want to start working on it.
I mean,
luckily,
I think that's the filmmaker in you, because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like after I wrapped
it's only people like us that are like actually gonna make it, because we're the only ones that are actually like, it's like
searching for another project.
It's like 0.1% of so many of the people that are in the film industry, like the film program at SCAD.
Yeah.
Like, won't name anyone specific. I don't have anyone in mind, but like so many people are just on this routine of like, okay, just waiting for my next project for my professor to give me.
Yeah.
None of them are like,
what's my next
when
project?
can I work next? When can I work next? Okay, I'm going to go look at Facebook market.
For sure.
Facebook fucking Facebook groups and look at what Atlanta groups are doing shit right now. Like, when can I get on the next set?
Yeah.
Like, me and you have that same drive, and like so many people lack that.
Yeah.
And that go to like art school.
Because it honestly, especially this year, it drove me crazy when I wasn't busy. Like when I had a couple of days off, I was like, I had like an existential crisis where I was like,
I need to do something.
What am I doing? Like, I'm wasting my life because I'm not working my ass off right now.
I'm the same way.
I was freaking, like straight up freaking out.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. And I felt so comfortable because like I would tell people that I was like working all night in the DMC editing, or like I was like, I never slept because I was working all night last night, like working on Team Super.
It feels good, bro.
And I was like, like, you feel bad for me, but I feel great.
I feel good.
Like, I feel so good. Like, I'm exhausted. My body is so tired.
Yeah.
But I feel so at peace that I was working all night and got so much shit done.
Got so much shit done. Dude, I feel the same way when I work on projects. Like, Dude, we did Dreamwalker shoots until like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I had class at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I went back home. It was like an hour drive away.
Yeah.
Got home at 4, went to bed, woke up at 8, went to class.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I had set until 3 a.m. last night. And they're like, oh my gosh.
How
I was
are
like,
you here?
No, it was awesome. I fucking loved it. Like, so many people are so scared of like just fucking working, bro.
Straight
like,
up.
I
have that this week. So I'm working 9 to 5:30 every day this week, right?
Yeah.
And on Tuesday, I wrap at 5:30. I'm going to set at 6 p.m. A half an hour after an 8-hour shift. I'm working an overnight from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Fuck.
I get off at 5 a.m. I go back to work at 9 a.m. the next day.
Jesus
and I work
Christ.
another 8 hours.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's good though, dude. That's
I
good.
mean, I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I'm also like,
Scared.
I really hope I don't get like really fucked because at
Yeah.
work the next day, I'm sure I'm gonna be exhausted.
Oh, for sure.
But it's a Wednesday, so it's like I don't think it'll be like
Crazy
thinking
busy.
about a rental house. Like when you take out stuff from a rental, it's usually like Thursday, Friday, and Monday are like the big days.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Wednesday will be okay, but I will probably be exhausted.
You'd for sure be.
Yeah,
But that's like,
but
kinda
like
what
it'll
makes
feel
it
good.
Yeah.
I'll feel good because I'll be able to be like,
then,
oh, I worked
dude,
an overnight last night.
Because then you have an excuse to be exhausted.
Right, exactly.
Because everyone else is like,
I'm so tired.
oh, it's fucking Monday.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I was up till 5 a.m. What were you doing?
Yeah.
Because you're fucking working your ass off,
Yeah.
dude. Like, people are so fucking and nowadays, like, everyone's so like fucking scared of that, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's so like fucking sensitive about overworking but when you
Right,
find
but also I'm trying to pay rent now. Like I'm trying to pay the bills.
The big thing though is like when you find something that you fucking have to do, not just love to do, you have to do it.
Yeah.
I have to do sound and film.
Right.
I fucking have to, or I will kill myself.
I would
Literally.
kill you if you
Kill me if
not
I
to
didn't do sound. Like I was fucking made for this shit.
Yeah.
I have to work here.
Dude,
I
it's so
have to
funny.
work like this.
It's so funny listening to people talk about your work ethic towards sound. Because when I talk to other people about like you talking about sound, they're like, dude, he knows like everything. It's like
I don't though. That's
it's
the crazy
crazy.
thing.
Yeah, and of
That's
course
funny.
you're still learning. You know, you're still
Yeah,
like
for sure.
fucking young,
Yeah.
and you're still learning so much. But
The big thing though
listening
is
to people-
I'm hungry for it. Bro.
yeah,
like I'm
and-
fucking hungry.
Oh, you can tell. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
good.
obvious that you were
That's
like
good. That's good.
that you were like going to kill someone because
Yeah.
something doesn't sound good to you.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's I don't know. I love listening to people talk about.
I
your
try to do it in a
ethic
loving
towards
way,
sound.
but
But it's like it's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
god,
funny.
it cracks me up. Like listening to people talk about you talking about sound. So like he just really loves it. Like this man just really likes sound. I don't get it.
It's so
I was
funny.
like, yeah, you've never had a conversation about this man with sound. Like,
Yeah, dude, I will
he's
fucking
dedicated. That's
be
like
so
that's
fucking.
his-
I will talk your fucking head off about
Yeah.
it. I love doing. Like, I'm fucking made for this shit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to do it. It's
Yeah.
not like I was fucking whatever the fuck you believe in.
Mhm.
God fucking crafted me, bro, to do sound. I have
Yeah.
to do it. And if I'm not doing it, I'm like going into
Miserable.
fucking. I'm miserable, bro.
You're miserable.
I'm miserable.
Yeah.
I love working on it because,
Yeah.
dude, for so many people, especially like kids nowadays, are like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to play video games.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mhm.
Like, bro, because I remember when I was like 13, 14, like hopping on like Black Ops 2 when I got
Sure.
home. It's like, that's like the most fun you ever, like with your boys
Right,
and you're on
yeah.
like Search and Destroy and you're playing
Yeah.
fucking classic like Modern Warfare or whatever. You're like, you're in that moment. You're like, fuck, this is so much fun. Bro,
Yeah.
that's how sound is for me.
Yeah.
I hop on, I'm like, fuck yeah. Like,
Yeah.
let's fuck. I just get in such a fucking zone
Mhm.
when I'm doing it. I'll start at 10, like the 48-hour film challenge we did.
Mhm.
I woke up at fucking 8 a.m.,
Mhm.
finished that bitch at 6 p.m.
Yeah. Because
They
into it.
They
It was like-
they sent me like 3 note passes. I sent them the final at 5:30, and they're like, hey, like, we don't know how long it's gonna take. We don't know like if you want to do it. And I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
what do you need me to do? Like,
Yeah.
please, like,
Yeah,
tell me.
yeah.
Let me fucking make this
Yeah.
better.
Fuck
Send
right.
that in. They're like, all right, well, if you have even more, I'm like, yeah, I got the project open. What the fuck do you want?
Yeah.
Like, tell me now. I
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
it right now.
For
like
sure.
right now.
And I
And they're
found
like,
that I've-
when can you get this to me? I'm like, 5 minutes. Give
Yeah.
me 5 minutes. I'll fucking do all of it. Like 5
Yeah.
minutes. Like
that's how I felt to you coming to notes with Tub. I was like,
Yeah.
I have notes. And in the beginning, I was like a little weary to tell you because I was like, what if he takes it the wrong way? And I was like, it's fucking Trevor. Like, I'm just going to tell him how I feel. He's going to fix it. And then he's going to send it back to me in like 2 days. And that's exactly what happened. It's like anytime I'd come to you with notes, you'd be like, you would never like argue the note. You'd be like, okay, got you. You'd go back, you'd fix the note, and you'd send it back to me either within the day or like the next day.
Yeah.
And it was like, holy shit, is this like what working with a professional is?
It should be, bro. It should be. Because like you should find someone that like fucking loves what they do. And to me,
for sure.
Like, dude, I love the fucking creative aspect of sound, but like the bigger thing for me is like the most rewarding shit that I find in sound is like talking with a director like you or like any other director that like has a clear, like another good example is Jake Lynn, one of the film bros. Like,
I know
that
Jake.
guy like loves sound.
Yeah.
He immediately had shit. I was so sad I couldn't work on Big Daddy, but like I told him, I was like, bro, like I will look at your shit. I'll give it like, notes on whatever you think I need. I actually got like a sound like consultant credit on it. But
that's funny.
But he did all the sound and he told me like he was just so eager about it. He was so excited about the sound of the fucking monster and like he was so excited about what the atmosphere would sound like. And that to me is so much more fun to work with someone who comes back to me with critique and like kind of already has a vision. Yeah. And like my job is I see my job as like, for sure it's creative and I put a lot of shit into it where a lot of it the director's not even gonna notice. Yeah. The director's not gonna notice me changing the footsteps from grass to pavement. Sure. The director's not gonna notice that I put a fucking air conditioner in the background. Sure. That's the creative shit. That's the like I send them a pass of, say it's like a fucking sci-fi film, right? Like crazy fucking creative shit. Yeah. I send them a pass and they're like, this is fucking sick. Like, this is amazing. But in my head, when I was shooting it, this is how I felt. This is what I want it to sound like. Yeah. Them telling me that is like perfect. Because now I have like, the first pass for me is always, especially after like a spotting session, is always kind of my take on it. Right. But my job as a sound designer and like as a sound editor and supervisor is like to make kind of the vision of the director come true. Right. Because they can't do it. They don't know how to run Pro Tools. They don't know how to run the program. They don't know how to run. They don't know how to. They have this idea in their head of what. Oh, I really want the music to end here, and like I think it would just. I really want the music to end here. They've got like general notes. They know what they want, and they hear it, but they don't know how to put it into words. And for me to be able to like do that to them, that for them, and then send that, and they're like, "This is exactly what I wanted, dude." That gives me so much fucking like satisfaction. Yeah, like so much when a director sends me notes, and it's like. Oh, I think like a big thing for me is like lose the fucking ego. Like everyone it's after a certain point, like when you get like quality wise, after a certain point, objectively it becomes the best it can get. Yeah. After that, you want the art to come and you want it to be subjectively good, right? Sure, sure. So like the director to me is like he's God. Yeah. Right? Like I listen to the director, whatever the director wants, I need to do. Yeah. It's definitely my part to kind of give a little bit of pushback if I see my side being kind of like, well, I think this would be better, if we did this. Yeah. I always am so open to like back and forth, like a little bit of headbutting. I think that's
just part of the process, though.
It is, though.
Like I've worked with.
It makes it so much better.
Yeah, it makes it feel more creative too when you're working with someone to figure out a problem. Yeah, like. I work with Eric a lot. Yeah. And with like Team Super, like this past week, I've been working on like trailers and stuff and just like promoting the new episodes that we're coming out with. And I went back and forth with him maybe like I think we had like 6 different passes of a trailer. Yeah. Where it's just like he had little notes, and I was giving him my opinion on the note, and then he would give me his opinion, and then we'd find a middle ground. And it's just so much more creatively satisfying.
So much
when you can work with someone to create the best product possible. Because I feel like deep inside, I know that like I'm not always right. And
exactly.
Working with someone to find what is right, either you're right or I'm right, or like there's something in the middle.
Or a mix. It's usually a mix.
It's usually a mix.
Yeah.
And like that's what we ended up with the trailer for Team Super that we came out with. Was like it was a mix of our notes.
Yeah.
Where we just like came together and like created a trailer. And like it's just a trailer. Like people are gonna watch it for a minute and like never think of it again. But like I'm proud of it because a trailer is, it's all of your content pushed into one thing to make people want to watch it. Like it's a very important thing.
Trailers are so important, and so many of them fall flat.
And a lot of them do fall flat.
Yeah.
So like working on a trailer was like exciting for me because it's like, how do you capture everything you've done?
The whole thing in fucking 30 seconds.
Especially since I've been working on Team Super since like 2020. I've been working on these episodes specifically since like it's been over a year that I've been working on this past 3 episodes. It's just like, how do you capture all of that into
30 seconds.
a minute,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was really creatively satisfying for me. But yeah, like working with other people, like I agree, is like
dude, it's so much better.
Working with someone where they can reciprocate the same amount of excitement.
Yes,
and just be
exactly.
Like, I feel like this, but also this is different from what you're saying.
Even
working like that.
Even if you didn't, even if that wasn't your first intuition to something,
right?
You can just kind of like tell. Especially for me, like working with directors and stuff, I can tell when a director gives a fuck.
Oh yeah.
Like I can fucking tell that you fucking cared about the fucking details in like when you were like, oh, I didn't like the whoosh there. Bro, no fucking director says that to me. You know what I mean? Like, but I fucking appreciated that because it was like, all right, he clearly is paying attention to each fucking part. And none of me was like, none of it was rushed, but it was all just like, I put shit in that I kind of had like an immediate attachment to. So it was like those whooshes were like, I'm just using the whooshes as an example. But like, I threw those in and it was like, you watched it and you were like, I feel like they need to be like higher pitched. But you were always prefacing it with like, I don't know if this makes sense. But I was like, yes, like yes, it does. Like, I know what you mean. Like because as fucking, simple as a whoosh might be, there's so many different, there's fucking long whooshes, there's different pitches, there's different fucking, there's like wind whooshes, there's shit that you like swipe like with a racket whoosh, like a whoosh, and then there's like a whoosh, and then there's fucking, there's so many different fucking whooshes. Like you can reverse the whoosh, you can do so much shit with it.
It can be a suck.
But no one, it's gonna be a suck. You can suck it off. But no one cares about that. And it's like, it was refreshing to me to send you shit and you would give me not just notes on like, oh, can we change this line in ADR? Can we add a line here? But it was like, oh, can we change the way these footstep sounds? Or can we change? Like, it was more like, because honestly, I'm working with, anywhere between 5 minutes and 20 minutes of footage, like for short films. It's like, sometimes I throw shit in and I'm so focused on so many different things at once. It's hard for me to like focus on one thing, but the director coming to me and be like, hey, can we like, I just don't like the way these footsteps sounds. I'll look back at it and be like, oh yeah, that doesn't match, or oh, that sucks. Thanks for fucking catching that. Or I look at it and I'm like, I fucking like those. And then getting on a Zoom meeting and be like, what's like, I like those. Like, why did you not like those? Well, maybe we can do this. Oh, well, what if I just add a little bit? And then it's a middle ground. And it's so much more creative because now that even there's been so many projects where I've had to sort of just bite the bullet and be like, all right, like
if that's what you want, if that's it's about making you happy. It's not about what's actually the best.
Exactly. The director is always the fucking king. And I've been able to sort of keep my ego at the doorstep and be like, sure, right? In my opinion, I need music here. But the director really doesn't want it. And even after I've showed them it with music, they still don't like it. and they don't want it, I'll take it out.
That's fine.
It's nothing personal. Yeah. It's nothing because it's not my project.
No,
it's the director's project. Yeah. So if the director doesn't like it, I don't fucking care. It was when I went through the first pass. Like for example, I had this animation. It was like a super cartoony, like goofy, like sort of Adult Swim style animation.
Sure.
I added a bunch of like cartoon sound effects on top of everything else. I added a bunch of music. I showed it to the whole sound class. Like Ryan was like, "This is like, I love this. Is awesome. So matches the vibe." Sent it to the director. He's like, "Yeah, can we take the music out? Like, I don't like any of the music." No. It needed no music. Took out all the cartoon sound effects.
Damn.
All of it was like so gone. And I was like, I showed him what it could be, and he still didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's not my project. I take it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I go back to Ryan. I'm like, they didn't like the music and the cartoon. He's like, what? Really?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right. He's like, because
that's all. That's what
you
do.
That's what you do.
You can only show them what
they could be missing and what my interpretation is.
And then if they don't like that, then
and he's so many times.
It's really just making the director happy.
Really, it is. But making the director happy, in my opinion, gives me more satisfaction than putting in technically the way I want it, because it's not my project.
Right.
Seeing the director watch it and I'm like looking at them and they're smiling the whole time is so fucking satisfying to me compared to me listening to it and they'll be like, yeah, it's good. But I'm like, that was awesome. But they were like, them smiling, even if it sounds like shit, is
what you're going
is more what I'm going for. So I always fucking strive to get people, especially directors, and I think it's something that's changing for the better, especially at SCAD now, because I've got a year left, is especially after Tub, Glory, and
Sneaker Doc
and Dreamwalker for sound-wise. After all those were shown, like, Glory was so fucking good.
Glory was...
I'm pissed that she didn't win sound. She won sound for Popped.
Oh, did she?
Technically.
Okay, good.
But it was technically for Glory.
Yeah.
That's how, like, it was...
It's political like that.
Yeah, it was... I think that's how it was given to her.
Dude.
She should have... Glory was so good.
Glory
bro, the door, bro.
It makes me so mad.
I know.
Glory is. It makes me
the door, the door opening, the fucking... Like, the fucking... The radio... Like... And the shitty thing, too, is, like... She mixed that whole thing and worked on that whole project on my computer, on my speaker system. I was there the whole time, like listening to it as she was doing it, and like bouncing ideas off of her, and like doing all these things to make it perfect.
Right.
And it was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm so pissed that it didn't win, but it did. It did.
I mean,
and I think everyone knows it did, and so many people came up to her and me and were like, and we're like, dude,
it's such a...
To her, it was like, oh, it was such a good project. And like, she knows that
it's such a good project.
It's so good. So good.
I can't say enough about it. Like, I'm just so proud.
Awesome. I wish we could
like
show these.
Perfect.
You can't show Tub, can you? Can you link Tub or no?
No, not yet.
No, not
because I haven't premiered it or anything.
Okay.
So it's got to be
one day. One day we'll premiere Tub. It'll be fucking good. Maybe we'll throw it up on the YouTube channel or something.
Yeah. I would love to.
That'd be dope.
Once it's allowed to be publicly posted, which I think is about a year. So it's going through its festival run right now. Once it's done with a festival run, then I can post it. They don't I'll get denied a lot if I post it publicly before I do submissions.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Plus, it hasn't globally premiered, is what they say. It hasn't
in
premiered.
Festivals,
in
tiny festivals.
Yeah. Technically, how it works
stupid,
is
whatever.
I submit to a bunch of festivals, and then out of those festivals that I get into, I pick one that I want to premiere at, and then I have to go to that festival and show my premiere. So, like, let's say I get into like Palm Springs or Sundance or something stupid, right? I would go to that, and that would be my premiere. And then there's like certain stipulations where I'll start getting denied from more places because I premiered already, and I'm not allowed to play another place if I already premiered. But I'll start getting into more places if I premiered at a top level film festival. To be like, oh, I saw you played at like fucking Sundance or Palm Springs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, well, let's play you here then.
I see. I see.
So it's political like that. So But if I post my shit online first, they'll see it.
See it. Yeah.
They will see it, not even me.
Yeah,
they'll find
yeah.
it and be like, "You publicly posted this. We can't play your film."
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy. It's crazy because a lot of people who coordinate those film festivals work in the same film festivals. So they'll be like, "Oh, I viewed your film when I was working with Sundance, and now I'm working for Palm Springs because it's like a couple months later or whatever."
Yeah.
And I saw that you did this, and this. So like, let's play you
That's
here.
fucking stupid.
It's crazy. It's nuts. But
so can I use that shit for my reel, bro? Because I'm trying to use it for my reel. Eventually,
I don't remember
because I still have a year left. I wouldn't use the whole thing. Sections.
I don't remember. I think if I post a trailer, which I still have to make a trailer for Tub, you can use that. But I don't think you can use the whole film until it comes out publicly.
Not the whole film, clips.
Yeah, it depends. You'd have to send me the clips that you were going to use.
Okay.
But I can let you know. I mean, obviously, I want you to use as much as you can because, like,
yeah. I mean, even then,
but
like,
it depends.
I'm still
it depends
in,
on the festival run.
I'm still in school for a year.
Yeah.
So like, if a year goes by and it's already done its festival runs, then
after a year, yeah, you can use whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Like once you graduate, you'll be able to use whatever you want from Tub.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Cool. Because that's all.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to build up the craziest fucking.
You're gonna have a fucking nuts
resume.
reel.
Yeah, I hope so.
Your reel's gonna be fucking.
I've got
crazy.
this animation that was like pretty good.
Yeah.
I've got Tub, Daymare, which there's definitely some the VFX.
Is Daymare finished?
No, unfortunately.
Still.
No. I don't think the VFX are ever gonna finish,
Really?
dude. No.
Who was working on the VFX?
Sam.
I can bleep it out, but
Sam.
yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. You don't have to bleep it out. Like,
what happened?
dude, it was so much work. So much work for. We just didn't have enough people, bro.
Yeah, like
It's
enough
such
VFX
a
artists
big,
or what?
Yeah, I think, and not enough time. Like
Yeah.
so many people needed to be on that.
Yeah.
We had like 3 people for VFX, and there was like
How many
so
shots
many
were there? VFX
upwards
shots?
of 50, 60?
50 VFX shots.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 50, 60.
Shit.
Yeah. Huge.
Yeah,
Huge.
Okay, that's way bigger than I thought it was.
Huge. Like the last third of the film, the whole fucking climax of the film is all fucking
VFX.
alien robot
Yeah.
VFX.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks because if the VFX could get done, it'd be sick.
It would be sick, and I really liked Kyle's film.
I love it.
The only thing that took me out of it was the
VFX.
constant, like,
I know.
cutting out to like a title card where it was saying, like,
Yeah.
this
VFX.
is a VFX shot.
Yeah,
and,
VFX
like,
shot, VFX shot.
Yeah,
It sucks because
it's tough. It's
10
it's
weeks.
a tough watch right now.
10 weeks for an edit, and we get 5 weeks for post, and
Yeah.
5 weeks for edit, 5 weeks for like turnover.
Yeah,
It's impossible to do a movie like that.
yeah. A movie of that scale,
and I don't know. I'm not in the loop of like how far or if Sam's or any VFX people are still doing that, but if like there's absolutely shots in that film that I'm going to use for sound that like VFX look good.
Yeah.
Like the drop pod shot where it comes in.
Yeah, that was a good
that
shot.
looks fucking
that was
sick.
I still remember that shot.
That
Yeah,
looks fucking
was a good shot.
amazing, and the sound is fucking dope. Like I'm thinking about like opening my reel
Yeah,
with the fucking drop pod coming down. Like that'd be
Sure.
so sick.
yeah.
And like I got Tub, I got fucking Dreamwalker.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the fucking where she's like thinking about all the memories and like all the shit's playing and then it goes to silent.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing.
Yeah.
There's like nothing.
Yeah.
I love that part. That part was so cool. I'm gonna add that.
Yeah.
So that's like 3. Then I've got this action movie that Austin's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Brooks's movie, whatever that is.
Yeah.
My movie that I'm totally gonna do sound on.
Of course. I think it would be sacrilegious if you didn't.
There's no way I couldn't do sound on it.
Yeah.
Like there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to find either Annabelle. I think Yushin Chen, I think her name is the person I'm gonna get to do sound mixing because she does a lot of mixing.
Yeah.
And the projects that I've seen her mix, that I saw her work on and like listen to the raw audio, it was good. It was like, oh damn, that was like shit that I would have done. Like it was good.
Okay.
So probably grab her. I'm gonna invest in these like IFB devices where I'm gonna buy like 3 or 4 of them, where I can send output from the mixer to me. So it basically sends wirelessly output of the sound mixer to me, to my headset.
That's sick.
So DP can hear it.
Yeah.
I can hear it. And AD can hear it.
Nice.
For a scripty can hear it. So we can all hear at the same time. Oh, there was shit in the background. We got to do another take.
That's amazing. That'll
save
so
much
unheard
time.
of. That is unheard of on a student set.
But that's literally industry standard on regular films.
Right.
Because you always see on sets like directors
Everyone's
with
wearing
headphones.
fucking
Everyone,
headphones.
because they all listen to it. But that's not a thing.
Because fucking sound is
I know.
important. It's crazy.
But that's not a thing. So I'm gonna buy some.
Yeah.
And for my capstone and make sure that I'm listening into stuff. But
Nice.
for post sound, I'm for sure gonna. It's probably gonna be me and Annabelle doing all of it.
Yeah.
Which
Which I think is fair. It's like me.
Yeah.
It was like me with editing my capstone. Is like
Yeah.
I hired an editor, and then I was like, I just need to do it.
You just need to do it.
Like,
yeah.
I know what I want it to look like.
Because you have editing experience and you know what you wanted. Because it's so hard to get out of your head what you already knew you wanted to do.
And it's so much harder to tell someone exactly what I want.
Yeah.
I can just do it myself.
Especially within frames.
Yeah.
I've always noticed, like, I hate it when directors come to me and they're like, can you, like, I've never had this happen, but I would fucking hate if a director came to me on my sound and were like, can you, like, EQ out the, like, 4,000 hertz range on this one sample, and can you add, like, talking in my language, to me, in the same way that you would never go to an editor and be like, can we, like, bump this 2 frames and, like, shift this 2 frames over?
Yeah.
You need to talk to an editor, in my experience, like, can we just, like, nudge that over a bit more and, like, smudge that over?
You have
like,
to, you have to have a certain language when you talk to them,
Yeah.
because you don't want to talk directly in their language.
Exactly.
And offend them.
Because they need to be the ones to do it.
Right. They need to be the ones that, like,
Yes.
oh, I bumped this 2 frames.
Yes.
And I adjusted
Yes.
the fucking, like, whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
You know?
I feel the same way. And I don't think I would ever be able to get over that for sound.
Right.
I would always be like, can you just, like, move the EQ over? And that would piss off me. And I know that
whoever
would piss
you're
off
working
any
with.
other sound designer that would actually, like,
and
be
oh my
competent.
God, the amount of notes you'd have about sound
Oh
on
my
your own
God.
film, yeah,
It would be
I think
so
it's just
fucking
gonna save
many.
you a lot of time if you just
If I do it
yourself.
myself, yeah. And also,
because
like,
you'll know what you want.
I
You'll
know
be able
exactly
to execute it the way you want it.
Exactly. Also, I don't need to send it for notes.
Right.
It's me. I'm the one
Exactly.
fucking. So that'd be great. But I'm definitely gonna have to do sound on it. But yeah, I still need an editor. I was told Jake Bell, but he graduated.
He did graduate.
But yeah. Unless you want to edit, but
I mean,
you're a DP, dude.
I could edit it. I have enough post experience.
If you want. I mean, if you don't want to be an editor, don't fucking edit.
I want to be an editor. I don't know. Like, as far as post stuff goes, I love editing.
Oh, okay.
As
I don't
far
like
as
picture editing.
on-set stuff goes, I like camera. So it's like camera and editing are like my 2 niches.
Okay.
But yeah.
If I don't find an editor, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I mean, definitely look for an editor that's better than me, because there are editors that are better.
I think it would just look better too if in the credits you were a
there
DP.
were 2 different people.
2 different people, yeah. Like you were the DP, and then because if it's like
someone else
DP Kyle Leal, editor Kyle Leal, it would be like, okay, they have
like,
serious
that's
lack
like me
of
crediting myself as a director and an editor.
and an editor.
Film,
Yeah. It'd be like, okay, sure, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think for now, I mean, I'm definitely directing it, but I'm also it's gonna be hard not to pay attention to sound, especially on set. But I will on set. I mean, you
directed Earn, and you weren't like super crazy about sound on Earn. It was a year before.
It was a year before. I did notice. The only reason I wasn't, I noticed every time.
Yeah.
Every time we did a take, I was like, fuck, that boom needed to be closer.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention it because we were shooting at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, we just have to get that shit done. Like,
it's for a project at the end of the day.
It's no one's capstone. It turned out really well, I think.
Yeah.
The sound was not great, but most of it was fucking like music montage anyway.
Yeah.
It turned out funny and goofy.
Yeah.
Like, I was not upset about that.
Yeah.
But sound project wise, bro, I have so many. I have every best project at SCAD I've been on.
Yeah.
Best looking.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, Gloria, I was on production audio and I helped Annabelle mix, but only like slight shit. The only thing I ever told her was like, oh, you just need to bring your ambiences up. That was it. She did literally everything else. Like, I didn't do anything. Like, that was the only thing I said.
Glory Glory's the best project that's ever come out of SCAD. Like
for sure, easily.
It's insane. Like any 560.
Yeah,
Tub, like it's better than any project I've ever seen.
I love Tub, dude. The only reason why I think Glory has an advantage, maybe, over Tub, is the outside scene of Tub.
What about it?
We needed to have shot it more times.
Oh, the kissing.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we lived in a perfect world.
Bro,
I agree. We
were getting there.
We got 10 fucking shots of that, bro.
We got 10 takes,
dude,
of it.
That's the only thing to me that stands out.
Yeah.
It was like, I would have changed a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I will say, the zooming and shit of each helped it so much.
Zooming of what?
So much at the outside scene.
Yeah.
When they started talking, where you would like zoom into him and zoom.
Okay.
That helped it so much.
Breaking up that oneer helped it a lot.
So much.
But when it came down to after the confrontation when they had to do the deed, if we got that a couple more times and I was able to perfect it, it would be even better. But
even better.
Like that was just something I had to accept early
your
on.
your shit came out.
I heard it actually.
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay. Fucking yeah, if I was able to, like,
I know,
we were so stressed.
So stressed
like that last
time,
it was like an hour and a half.
I know.
And it was like we had it was
dude,
part that it was in public.
It turned out so fucking good. And I wouldn't change any of it in terms of shot design. It was fucking incredible.
Right.
The only thing is like
just working with it
literally
more. If we had
working
more
with it a little more, working with the Steadicam a little more, getting it smoother, getting that fucking moron out of the fucking background on the first rotation. That's it, dude. Like, seriously, all of the inside of the lawyer office is fucking amazing. Every shot is so good. The fucking up close shot of the guy of Randall's nameplate up to him. He's like, oh! It's so good, bro. It's so good.
Dude,
like,
I was told to cut that shot.
No,
I was told that it was too much to go from the nameplate, and I should cut from the reaction of Frank
who said
and Chase. That? I'm not gonna name names.
Okay, no, I disagree.
Okay, I'll cut it out. But it was told me to cut the. I love too.
I disagree heavily.
He told me to cut from Frank and Chase to directly his reaction to the TV, and I was like,
no,
dude, I love that shot so much, and it's always the biggest reaction of the movie.
It is,
like
bro.
When the pussy line goes to Randall's nameplate back to him, it's always the loudest laugh. So it's like I'm not gonna cut even if it's better stylistically.
That shot,
it's
bro.
Always the biggest reaction.
Yes, so I love that fucking shot. If that would have gotten cut, I would have been so sad because I fucking love that shot, dude.
And
that's like my favorite shot of the whole film.
I was fine cutting literally a third of the movie, cutting the fucking alleyway scene out.
I love the alleyway scene.
I love the alleyway scene too, but like cutting it out, I never thought about it again. I was never like, fuck, dude, I wish we had that moment. It was just like,
yeah, you're right.
This film feels more complete now, and
you're right. If we would have taken away the nameplate, though, I feel like I would have. If I've seen it before, I would have been missing it.
Yeah,
I love the alley. I love the alley where he's like, I'm gonna think of you have the biggest, juiciest ass.
Yeah,
that's so funny, bro. Such a good line. But like, I can still see the movie without it.
Right.
But without that fucking tilt.
Yeah. Because
all that, bro.
All that dirtiness of the stuff in the alleyway scene.
Also, because how do you know that's Randall's name?
Right. Exactly.
You have no context in that. So like it has to be there. Exactly. I love that fucking I love that tilt shot. It's so good. Yeah. Yeah.
That was something I don't even think we planned to do that. That was just something we had the dolly up and we were like doing a dolly out shot, and I was like, dude, we got to get one where we go from like the nameplate up to his face. Yeah. Like that just feels so fucking right.
So good.
And
it was so
I'm so glad we did it.
It was so good.
It's such a good shot.
Dude, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a close race between Glory and Tub.
Yeah.
I don't think you can compare the two.
It's hard. It is hard to compare
because
them
one of them's a comedy and one of them's a fucking drama war film.
Yeah.
They're both so beautifully fucking shot.
I do think it's
Your mic. Yeah, I got you.
I do think it's really fucking funny how when we played at the DMC for the first time and when we played at the Regal, we were back to back no matter what.
Back to back,
It
yeah.
was like,
it's like, how do you go from Tub to that and then that to Tub?
It was the saddest movie
Yeah.
in the show
Yeah.
versus the comedy, you know, and then it was vice versa. It was the comedy
Yeah.
to the drama.
Yeah.
It was like
So crazy.
Like, I just thought that was really funny.
It was funny how they set that up. It was so good, though. Like,
Yeah.
Tub got all the audience reactions though.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and I can't tell you. I mean, I can't even imagine how you felt, but like,
Yeah.
just hearing like everyone laugh
Yeah.
at like the creak of the chair or like
Dude,
delivery
yeah.
of the lines or like
Yeah.
everyone laughing, dude. That like felt so good.
It was crazy.
It just felt so good, bro.
Because
Like-
I've never been in an audience that large to react to
Dude,
something
it was
that I've
fucking
shown.
full. It was
So
full.
It was a full
theater.
It was like
Full theater.
300 people.
Yeah, full theater.
It was 300 people
crazy.
in the theater watching a film that I made with like
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah,
And
it was
like-
so sick.
It was a nuts experience.
And like, dude, everyone fucking. I mean, you got the fucking audience award, bro. Like,
Yeah.
everyone fucking loved it.
yeah.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
I have a bias towards it. I think it's the best one that came out of the films this last quarter. But like Glory, of course, is a close second for me. But
I mean-
I worked on the project. It's a bias to me. But like, you can't compare the films. They're both so
like,
fucking
yeah,
good.
if
Like, they're
you're-
both so good.
If you're picking tops, like, I don't know. I hate tooting my own horn, but like,
No, fucking
know.
dude.
Like,
It is.
I'm very proud to
Yeah.
like
You should be.
from developing it and being really nervous to bring it to anyone and show
Yeah.
it to anyone
Yeah,
because it was
yeah,
such a weird
yeah,
idea.
yeah. Even Quinn said that. He was like,
he said
didn't
he
even
thought
think
it
this was
gonna get him
possible.
fired. He
Yeah.
said he thought the film was
Yeah.
gonna get him fired.
I think he was just joking. I don't know
Yeah.
how that would have gotten him fired.
I
But
don't know.
There was nothing in there that was like,
It's super crude. Yeah.
I mean, all of it.
But-
It was a comedy. Like
Yeah.
none of it was like
Yeah.
any worse than all the like abortion and like
Yeah.
and miscarriage fucking movies. Like those are all so sad and like
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, good, fine stories, but like, why would your comedy be?
Right. Any different.
Yeah. I think he was just joking. But
Yeah.
dude, it was so good. Like that was one thing that was funny was Annabelle's family came to see her cousin.
Yeah.
And the husband of her cousin we were talking because we went on vacation after to this like house, and he was like, man, one thing I noticed was like everyone's was so fucking sad except for Tub. Like everyone's was so depressing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, why is everyone so sad? I was like, I don't know. Art
That's
students.
a great question.
Right.
I don't
Everyone's
know.
is so sad.
I
bro.
don't know why everyone wants to.
That's why I fucking love Tub.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so excited to do Brie.
Yeah.
Because it's so
Yeah.
fuking like
Brie
dumb,
is,
bro.
dude. Brie is a breath of fresh air for me as well.
Yeah.
Like just compared to SCAD stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm
knew.
excited to.
When
I'm excited
when
to share this.
When I met
share
you
it.
and we started talking about just like film in general and like your
Yeah.
style and my style and getting to know
Yeah.
you better, like I knew that I wasn't gonna do anything serious with
Yeah.
my capstone.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know you're gonna do something fucking stupid as hell
Yeah.
for yours, but it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And reading, like, just when you brought me the concept of Brie, I was like, this is so
fucking cheese
great.
connoisseur,
It's
like-
so great.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm
So,
so excited to fucking do it.
I'm really excited for you.
Yeah.
And just like,
Bro,
what
please,
you're gonna do
if
with Brie.
you're, dude, like, I will fucking write your name in stone
Yeah.
as the DP if you want to fucking DP
Dude,
this shit. Because
I'm telling you, I will.
okay, well,
Yeah.
fine, you're my DP then.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
fine, whatever. Stell's my producer. You're my DP.
I just need an editor.
I need an editor.
Yeah. That's like your big four. Director, producer,
Well, I need a
DP editor.
good casting director. Well, Stella's a fucking killer.
Yeah.
Casting director and location, which she's fucking destroying both right now.
Your producer can do both. Brooks
Yeah.
did both for me.
Okay.
Where he like I sat down with Brooks and
Yeah.
went through the casting tapes one by one with him.
Uh-huh.
I went. You were there too, so I tried
Yeah,
to
I was
sit down
there.
with as many people as I could.
Yeah, it was
to
great.
talk about Tubbs casting.
Yeah.
So like, I would say get as many eyes as you can on casting because it is hard. You do get a bit of tunnel vision when it comes to casting. Where you're like, I like this person,
Yeah.
but you need other eyes on it. Where it's like this person's lacking in this department. So when it comes to casting, get as many people to watch the self-tapes as possible
Yeah.
in a group, so you can discuss it as a group.
Yeah, I think I really liked what you did with yours.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I would.
Because I feel like that helps so much.
It helps so much because it's like I think something, and then if I vocalize that, then someone could be like, "No, that's not what I was feeling at all." And then you get like a mini audience reaction on someone.
I can't remember who said it, but there was some director or something that was like, I can't remember who it was. Some big director. He was like, I immediately started making way like incredible better films when I started acting like I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, interesting.
Like he was like just depending on everyone else around. Like he was listening to everyone else around him, giving him ideas, and like the fucking PAs would fucking give him ideas, and he'd be like, yeah, sure. I mean, why not? Like taking everything into consideration, and like he was like, I made way better films because there's so many different opinions and like creativity going on. Instead of being like,
it's hard.
No, I know the best, or no, I know this way better than like you, and having your ego step in the way of being like, I feel like that's why I have such a big advantage to start out because I'm a sound guy. Yeah. I'm so used to getting my ego shut down that I'm like. Right. I'm so like fine with it now. Like I don't get offended when a director's like,
so welcoming to other opinions.
I'm so welcoming to other opinions that I'm like, oh yeah, maybe that would be better, or yeah, maybe let's mix that in.
Sure.
Like, because it's a fucking group effort.
Yeah,
film.
I mean, that's what film is. It's all
a group but project. So everyone's so afraid of like helping
one person's project. It just limits it.
It limits it so much, and you lose out on so many ideas.
For me, Hub would not be the project that it is now if it was just my opinion, you know?
Yeah,
I
sure,
had
definitely.
a lot of your input.
Oh, yeah.
I had a lot of Brooks's input and Nate's input and like
all
people
of it.
that were like Blair's input.
Yeah.
Like, everyone that was involved had opinions. And I was
when you take them seriously, it's like it turns it into a fucking project that's like, oh fuck yeah.
As long as you understand what the project's about, like you can I don't care what kind of opinions you're throwing at me, I'm going to take them seriously.
Right. Yeah, I understand. So. No, yeah, I think that's like a big reason why I'm trying to like keep my gates open to as many possibilities and just ideas as possible.
Yeah, you should.
Especially like co-writing the script. Like
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you're co-writing.
Like, bro, like I wasn't planning on it, but like I like writing, but I never get like tunnel vision when I'm writing. Like when I'm working on sound, I'll work on sound for 48 fucking hours straight. Won't even notice if 48 hours passed. Yeah. If I'm in a zone, I get into zones when I'm writing. Yeah. Where I'm just like, oh, this is yes, and then this happens. But like I reach a point where I'm like, oh, I don't want to fucking write anymore.
Right.
Luke with writing is like me with sound. Where he's like, I'll work on I'll just write for fucking hours and not even pay attention.
I couldn't be like that.
I can't do that. Dude, me and him have had these like fucking coffee meetups, like fucking dates. Yeah. And like we both have our laptops. We'll like bounce off ideas from each other and shit. And we'll get like I'll bounce an idea from him and then he'll be like, well, yeah, I was thinking like this. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't even think of that. Like one of Luke's ideas in my script that's in the script right now is like she orders a pizza. And this is like after she's like going through this like fucking mess of like she keeps ordering the cheese every fucking day and giving it ratings every day. She orders this pizza and like it gets to her house and she like pays the kid and like she brings it into his counter or onto her counter, like her island, and she puts the pizza down and like opens it, takes a piece out and like stares at it for a second and like is almost like disgusted by it. The pizza, the cheese on the pizza. Yeah. And she puts on like a latex glove and peels the cheese off of the pizza and eats the sauce with the dough and the sauce on it. And that was like all Luke's idea. And I was like, bro, that's fucking so perfect, dude. That's so good. I would have never thought of that. Yeah. But like having someone to like bounce shit off of someone is like so useful. It's so
good. Yeah, for sure.
Because it helps so much. And like when I'm like burnt out on writing, it's like, oh,
it's so nice to have someone else there where it's not just like I'm burnt out.
Yes,
I need to step away for 3 weeks, and now it's not going to be touched. And like something that's been great about Team Super is like when I was writing, and I was always writing with Eric. So it was like we would set a time, set aside time. Like he was in Maryland and I was here, and it was like, okay, we're gonna spend the next couple days like thinking about Team Super, what we wanted to do with the story.
Yeah.
And then you come to me with bits, and I'll come to you with bits, and then it was finding that middle ground of like, oh, I think that like going to Home Depot would be really funny, or I think that like fucking I think that like you getting a job at like Domino's would be really fucking funny if you did this and like I did this. And then finding the middle ground of like how we make that story weave in together where his best bits mesh with my best bits and just like writing
it makes
together.
The perfect thing.
And then like finding that middle ground is just like I don't know. I find it so creatively satisfying when you're working with someone else. Like I will never be as confident with a project if I just strictly do it by myself.
Did it by yourself. You know? I agree. I totally agree.
Like if I work on something
same with my sound
by myself for like 3 months straight, I will not be confident bringing that to the table as if like I ran something by you and by Moody and by Eric and then I go to the table with that idea. You know, like I need to run it by people and like people that I trust like creatively. It's just like
I agree.
It's so much more satisfying when you can get those opinions and stuff.
Yes, I agree. And it's so like it's so important to build that like niche of guys or girls or whatever, like niche of people that you have that you're like, oh, like I can count on someone if I send something to them. They're like they'll give me input that I can actually take and use.
And it's
you know
not
what I mean?
Gonna be bullshit where I'm just like, oh, you're sending it as a courtesy, like, oh, I would love to hear your feedback. And then you get your
like,
feedback and you're like, I'm gonna throw that all in the trash.
Right. Yeah. And it's actually something you can like depend on for quality shit that you can actually take into consideration for your own fucking work. And
straight
not and all of it is useful rather than just kind of fucking bloat that I feel like so many people that I send, you know, that I would send my script to, and it'd be like, "Hey, let me know what you think," and they're like,
and they send bullshit notes where it's like, "I'm sending you notes because I have to send you notes, and I'm not just gonna be like, oh, it's perfect." So I'm gonna send you these bullshit notes that don't mean anything, and just gonna confuse you. It's like I don't want to be confused. I want you to take it seriously
instead of just like, "Oh, I want to help, and I want this project to be the best way it can." The best place that it can be, rather than just like, "Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's great." I hate that whole mentality.
Dude, no, it's never perfect.
Oh, I think it's perfect,
it's
but like
never perfect.
Just like one thing. Like it's so crazy to me that people say that. I feel
that's
like
a big undergraduate thing I found out.
Me too.
It's like
yes,
a lot of grads will pick apart projects bit by bit. And
really,
like every little thing they'll pick apart.
Oh,
but it'll be the worst critique. It'll be like terrible critique. It's like the most like out of nowhere critique. But then undergrads will just praise your project.
Yeah,
like,
don't say
I
shit.
found it so good.
Yeah,
it was so amazing.
So
I loved it so much.
Bro.
And it's like
so
there's
scared
gotta
of
be
critique.
the middle ground where it's like say what you mean.
Yeah,
just
it's so weird. It's so weird to me because I've always been, even at SCAD, I've always been the guy in the back of the room.
Yeah,
being like, I think this could have been changed, or in my opinion, I think this needs to be changed, or like this doesn't make any sense for the story. And always I try to like, you know, support it with like I think what you've got is a great start. I think this is where it needs to improve, in my opinion. I don't see how this connects. This needs to be, the shots are, you know, boring. I'm not afraid to tell someone that their project sucks or needs work. Because that's what makes people fucking get better. And that's
you're not going to get better by being told that you're doing amazing.
And that's the biggest issue I have right now with the sound stuff is like, it makes me sound like such a fucking like douchebag, but like, especially now that Annabelle's gone and like Darby and like all them are gone, it's like, I am the best sound person to SCAD. Personally,
I agree with that.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know anyone else that does the same. I mean, just look at the products.
No, I mean,
I don't know anyone that does the same shit as I do.
You can have one conversation with you about sound. And know that you are the most knowledgeable and most experienced and the best.
Excited.
Person.
You know what I mean? Like, and like, I feel like the only person that I can really like fall back on and like trust that they'll tell me shit is Ryan. Like people's like, and it makes me feel better when, because like obviously like Ryan is like, you know, super supportive of everything. He's such a nice guy. Super supportive of everything I do, but he kind of, I think, senses that like I have a hunger for it and I just want to get better. Where he'll tell me shit. Like he'll be like, you need to EQ duck out the music, or your dialogue needs to change here. You need to select better mics here. Like, or hey, I'd use this tip that I've used my entire fucking career at Company 3, like, because he worked at Company 3 for like a decade. Like, he gives me actual feedback without being like, yeah, he's not a dick, but like I would, man, even then, bro, I would honestly rather someone be a dick to me and tell me my shit sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the whole, like, have you ever seen Whiplash?
Yeah.
It's that whole like conversation of like
whole mentality.
The mentality of like what is like toxic for someone to like, how much praise do you need to give someone, and like
do you really want to be great at what you do, or do you want to be told that you're good,
right, or told that you're good and you're mediocre, really? I'm the person that wants the chair thrown at my head, personally. That's just me though. That's not for everyone,
right?
I want to be that I want my shit to be fucking ripped apart. I want my shit, and that's why I think I work as a sound designer too, is because I don't take it personally, and if someone gives me notes, I fucking fix them immediately. And there's no like, I'm not like, oh, what the hell? Like, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that about my work.
I thought it was amazing.
I worked 80 hours on this. Yeah, I worked 80 hours on it. Tell me how I can get fucking better.
Right.
Don't fucking tell me that it's. I know it's not perfect.
I can work 80 more hours to make it better. It's just because I worked 80 hours doesn't mean it's the best it can be.
Yeah,
it means I worked 80 hours. I'm ready to work 80 more hours.
Fucking 80
more.
So
tell me where I need to work those 80 hours on.
Exactly. And people are so afraid of getting critique, and it's so obnoxious because you could have such a better project if you just fucking listened to people and took people seriously, and not just like. And it's so weird, bro, because like I was in my shot design class, and I'm kind of sat in the back of the room, and I would like, I feel like my professor would just like stare at me like all the time, because everyone else in the fucking room was just like, oh, like didn't really say anything. Yeah. But like I would, disagree with shit. Sure. I would intentionally kind of play devil's advocate to people and be like, yeah, but what if it was like this? And I feel like it just made for interesting, better even if I was wrong. Right. I don't fucking care.
It's a conversation.
Yeah. I would rather my stupid fucking idea that I just came up with on the spot be put out on the table, and then everyone talks about it, and then at the end of the conversation I'm like, oh yeah, that was fucking dumb. Yeah. Rather than like nothing ever be said. Yeah.
At least you figured that out.
Exactly. And so everyone's so afraid of being wrong. Dude, I'm not afraid of fucking being wrong. I don't care. I like being wrong. Yeah. Because then it gives me a chance to like improve.
Right. And then it's like, okay, I thought this, but now that we've talked about it, like I've changed my mind.
And it's people are so afraid of that. People are so afraid of their fucking egos being shattered.
We're so young that like we're still figuring shit out. We don't know what's best all the time. Like you can't be expected to know what's best all the time. Like you have your first impressions on something, and then your opinions. Yep. And it's like be right all the time, and you're gonna have to be proved wrong, and then you just improve. Good point, actually.
So many people are so afraid of being like, oh, I'm wrong. Like, I didn't like this. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Like, I'll give like, but like, because I feel like we had a little bit of like, when they went out on the Beltline. Because my thing was like, I love, my big thing. I love, if I'm like really, like, I was really passionate about the spot. I think Quinn wanted like it to be romantic, wedding music. Yeah. And I was like, I don't like it. And I was like, I'll and you can listen. I that song. Yeah. right, like I heard the
because we had a first pass of
Yes.
music where it was just like free,
Sure.
and that was in there for a while, and then you came to me and you were like, I hear that, like that's amazing.
And we edited to it.
We worked with it,
and it piece of shit.
yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck, shit, what the fuck?
I remember wait. It was like watch
yeah.
Because it was like the bass hit so much.
The bass
deeper,
hit harder, bro,
like
and
you just felt.
It's not less like some
And at the end, like we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like,
so much
exactly
harder.
What I wanted. This is
works, bro. It works so good.
So good.
But it's because we had a fucking back and forth,
Right? Exactly.
And so many people are like, whatever.
I think
it's like, bro, be in. Nah, this shit sucks. Change this. I think.
Yeah.
If I'm like, you broke the at 180 degree rule fucking 13 times here.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Great. That's the thing. Bro.
Ugh, did I know?
I just think that like everyone's
honestly,
trying good. I
like,
don't like it.
Good. When I got an email saying amazing, because to this spot, like I worked to get my.
I remember.
Yeah,
we can't say that yet.
You know, it's like
I was like, bro, fuck no. It's
about it because I don't I'm subjective. Like
or
I'm objective. I know
Yeah.
how I feel about it, but I don't know what it looks like.
like Omeletto is
Okay.
like huge shorts.
Yeah.
Like I honestly felt like those. And everyone else, and if I, oh, that's good.
Mm.
I know everyone else is gonna not even notice it.
Yeah.
Because especially Tyler is
Oh
like
yeah.
out to make the money. Like I could totally see that and clicking on that and be like,
Yeah.
fucking shots were done. People and they're like,
Yeah. And that's honestly what I hope. Like if it does have a festival run, like I just want to give everyone work their asses weekend and in post. It was like there was like a constant workflow where it was like never it was never dead. It was never like ignored. Right.
So common. This me blue or red? Red. Red. Perfect.
Right.
But that's why I have a fucking team around me to like hold
It's
me
a